Peanut butter.
There's a-
I
And they advertise constantly.
Uh-oh. There's a smoke.
That was there earlier.
So this is Sunday, July 15th, and we're at Lake Almanor, and we're celebrating Grandma's 80th birthday.
Woo woo!
Is that smoke? No, it's fall.
The birthday cake smoke.
So that was
Somebody's having a birthday.
The cobbler.
So it's
Yeah.
Saturday evening, it's about 7 p.m. and it is
Cobbler with.
July 15th, and we're celebrating Grandma's 80th birthday.
What kind of ice cream?
Some vanilla beans.
Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for being here. Kind of fun to honor Grandma, 80 years young. Isn't that cool? And she is at a lake with her family, and that's kind of cool. So thanks for sharing some questions, everybody. We got kind of a list of them, and we shared them with Grandma. And Grandma's going to get to kind of just pick the one she wants, and we may have one more session too, and just want to listen in and see what kind of
Well, I
thoughts.
didn't find the questions. Did you want me to go and find them?
Don't have to have them. So.
You just have to ask the question.
Does anybody remember their
I
question?
can look them up on my email.
Okay.
They're in your
You
camera.
emailed them.
They're in your camera.
The one you guys took. I have pictures of those.
Can we make up our own random questions?
Go.
Grandma on the spot?
Yeah, I think we just go right now.
Right now?
Go to.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
So, I must say that one night I got those questions and I figured them out. There were 55 of them. It's a bit overwhelming. And then I put them aside, and then one night I thought, well, I really should read these questions and think about it. I got such a terrible headache, I couldn't sleep that night.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there were all a lot of, but I,
Probably not.
anyway.
That's why you're trying for what?
Well, I decided they were not deep therapy questions.
Right. Right. Like 1 or 2 sentence answers.
Right.
Yeah.
Jill, do you want to see the ones that you wrote? I can find those the quickest. Probably. And then I'll find something that you
So
want.
you've been around for 80 years.
Almost.
Yeah, almost. And there's been something that I've never been able to settle on in my life. When I was young, I didn't really like socks at all. And then there was a period in the 80s where I really liked the long socks with the thick, wide color stripes, like the tube socks. About 10 years worth of that. And then I went to short socks. But I secretly still like the long socks with the big color bands on them. What's your favorite kind of socks? Like, have you ever been stuck, like, felt like a prisoner of style? Like, the socks you like are really very different than the socks that are stylish?
Well, I was just telling Jonah, I'm into these new Bomba socks. Do you know about Bomba socks?
What's a Bomba sock?
Well, I don't know. They advertise them all the time on the car radio, and I think those ducks are going by. The flock of ducks.
The smoke seems to be spreading.
It's cute.
Anyway, they advertise that they've used all this high tech everything, and they've developed the best sock in the world. It gives you arch support. It doesn't slip down. It has just the right amount of stretch, and for every sock that is purchased, they donate the same amount to homeless people, to charity. So I have bought some of these socks, and I like them because I like to wear socks, but I don't like them to show, and so I have these ones that.
So this is exactly what I'm talking about. So you like the Bomba socks, but are they fashionable enough to wear?
Oh yeah, they're fashionable because they
Okay.
don't. You're not supposed to be able to
You
see
can
them.
provide your
Oh.
question, but she has the whole thing.
She has it?
Nice.
Mom does.
Oh, okay. All right. So you've got the list of questions.
So Mom, on my phone are the questions.
I can't
I
hear
can
you.
ask you one right now.
You have the list of questions on my phone.
No.
Can I?
She's fun.
Jonah, you do it.
There's a
Yeah.
button on
Jill,
the side.
Jill's gonna ask a question while you get that ready. This is one of the ones that she sent you.
Okay.
So that was just a fake one about the socks?
No, it wasn't fake.
No,
So you
it's,
going.
so you've been able to find your favorite sock, and then you figured out the favorite sock style paradox
Yeah, I
by
really-
covering them up.
Well,
Ah.
but really good,
Right.
comfortable socks. Socks are very important to me. I
Right.
could give you a history of my socks.
No. There are
Well,
other
when I went
things
to
talk
school,
about.
I had to have socks that came up high because we wore short uniforms to school.
Like knee highs.
Well, no, we had to,
Oh, even up higher than that.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I've never worn those.
We have some questions for you.
There you go.
What was one moment from your past that you always think about to make you laugh, and why has it stuck with you for all of these years?
All it involves these two guys. We have all told this story so many times. It's kind of a bad story. It's really all Joshua's fault because he was being born.
From day one, huh?
Before even.
So we don't have to tell that story because
Wait, I want to
Yeah.
Oh, we have to. We're here.
I haven't heard it.
That's the point of it.
Yeah.
it's not a complimentary story for me. I should only tell answers that make me look good.
Oh, that's revisionist history. You can't do that.
We even think of another story.
Well, I will tell. Okay, so Joshua was being born, and Derek in the hospital at Hermosillo, and Derek had to go with her to help look after her for like 4 days, at least, I think. Well, or it could have been. It seemed like a lot longer than that.
We
Two
nights. 2 nights.
2 nights is
Felt
all.
like 4 days.
Okay, some amount of time.
Okay, some amount of time. And really, you guys were very good. You were 2. You were being potty trained. It was wonderful.
How did that-
Right on time.
That's worked too.
Until like
It's
9 years
worked.
old.
Well,
No one
well,
was
then I've been
telling
very
me
good.
how to
Don't
drive.
jump to
He
conclusions.
was 4, and he would direct me to
day
Vauxhall
by day.
to get the milk and so forth. And so we got along just fine. But the trouble was that I liked to talk so much, and you guys really weren't the best conversationalists.
That vocabulary was limited.
Everybody else was speaking Spanish, and I didn't speak any Spanish. But then, now what was her name? Mrs. Shirley?
Oh, Shirley.
Invited us to pizza. And I thought, hallelujah, they spoke English. I was so excited to go.
Oh yeah, 'cause this
She
was
said
amazing.
between 5:30 and 6. So at 5:30 we were there knocking on her door. It was a really bad evening. I don't know what was going on. Her husband was ill, I think. And he was there and she was in the bedroom for half an hour getting ready. And you know, I expected the pizza to come between 5:30 and 6. You guys were used to eating at 5:30 or something. And the guy delivering the pizza got lost, and he was on a motorcycle. And we go out and stand on Mrs. Shirley's balcony and look down this twisty road, because do you remember where her house
It was
was?
up the
Top of the
Yeah,
mountain.
that's giant hill. And finally the guy comes on his motorcycle up there, and so we had our pizza. And then they wanted us to stay for dessert, and I mean, she had shag carpet, and I forgot the sippy cups. And she gave you each a full can of soda in the living room. And it was making me a bit frantic. Plus, we had to race you to the potty every few minutes. 'Cause
And the soda didn't help with that either.
right. I mean, it was just a really difficult evening. And then they wanted us to stay for dessert. And I mean, you had really been good. But you lost it. You were very good. And you started.
You lost it.
Well, it was way past your bedtime. You'd been trying to behave, and in this very difficult situation, and I was getting more and more nervous. So anyway, we got you home, and I remember just making you go right to bed. No brush the teeth, no nothing. Get in your bed.
What?
Dang.
And then I thought, oh, I would so like a glass of wine. And then I thought, oh, here I am in this missionary house and they don't have any wine. So I looked in the cupboard and there was cooking sherry. So I poured a
Wait,
glass of cooking sherry. And then I was laying down on the couch and I was feeling the effects of this cooking sherry. And I thought, oh no, something's gonna happen. And there'll be a story in the newspaper of this drunken grandmother in the missionary house passed out on the couch.
With the
So
cooking.
none of that really happened. That was all in my mind. But then it made me laugh. That's the thing. I started drinking.
I don't know about the sherry part, but
So, but then, and I was expecting you all home, the three of you, the next morning. But then, after a couple hours, Derek calls and says, well, we may not make it home tomorrow. I went, it's a good thing I drank the cooking sherry. Because you had a little bit of jaundice and they were going to keep you a little while. But then,
You got
it was
over
their
that
fault.
too.
They didn't know what they were doing. There was no windows, right? So I couldn't get any
Great.
sound.
And no
why did you have
sunlight.
jaundice?
There were no windows in the hospital room.
Well, he was
Like
fine.
if I didn't-
And I got that great picture of Derek holding him out in the sun. Too.
That's a good one. Yep.
That was
Okay,
great.
next question.
Would someone else like to read from the list, or pick it? The list is on the phone.
Noah has the list.
It locked up, I don't know.
You
Is
just
there a
click
code?
the
You
side
And you know
button,
what? I
swipe up.
told
They
that
swipe up from the
story.
bottom.